It's Aleya Antoine. You're listening to Tease Podcast. Everyone loves a tease. Stop. Don't get too excited.
Literal argument went for like at least 15 minutes. Like every 2 minutes we would just be like, if you want to go, we can go.
And then we'd be like, this is a good song, hold on.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to, and I'm dancing, I'm like, if you want to go, we can go. Shimmy, shimmy, if you want to go,
But at that point, at 10 minutes of that, I got tired.
No, and then I was like, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about going,
I want to
go.
Hello
everyone, and welcome to Tease Podcast. Happy Tuesday, bitches. Today we have a special guest with us.
You can't keep calling me special guest.
So what are you now? Kai's with us?
Yeah.
I think it is. I think
it's a Kai's with us now.
Yeah. Yes. Hey guys, Kai is in the building. Hi Kai, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing good. How do you think that we've been interacting? Because we were a little feisty before this.
Yeah, because you were being so rude to me.
Rude?
Yes.
How was I rude?
You told me I can't take a sip of water.
Okay, well, it's just because I think that you're with the shits now. So I'm I feel like you don't need water till after.
I still need water.
You still need water?
Yes.
It's just crazy because you don't drink that much water during the day. But...
What are you talking about? Yes, I do.
That's debatable.
Anyways, moving on.
Well, this is our first episode together in our new apartment. How do you feel about, first of all, the new apartment itself?
I had my doubts at first, but I actually think I'm warming up to it. I think it actually looks even better now with the Christmas decorations. I feel like our other space was might have been too big for us.
It might have been too big for us.
I think it was just too big for us.
It was making us really junky.
Yeah, because it was we have space, just throw it somewhere.
That is
but
true.
I think here it's it really is making us have to buy everything with intention.
That is true.
And it's also it's so close together. I'm not saying our space is tiny, but it's cozy. That's what it is.
It is cozy because it's still 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, but it is more I feel like in our other apartment, if there's a huge mess in one room, guys, I should have taken a picture. If y'all saw our guest room, it didn't even look like a room. It looked like a storage unit.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of stuff thrown haphazard, half of Kai's clothes on the floor. But it was fine because we could just close the door and be like, it doesn't exist. Yeah. Honestly, I think having a smaller space is good too because I feel like we'll invite less people over. Because I can't imagine hosting 5 people like we used to do at this place. Because I would be I have to look at y'all's faces too much.
That's true. But also now the good thing is we could invite a bunch of people. They just don't have to be in our apartment. They can actually be at the clubhouse.
Yes, and that's a lot better.
Yeah.
We could go to the clubhouse or the pool.
Beach club.
Yeah, the beach club. I completely agree. And I think you're right about buying the furniture with intention because before we used to just buy any cheap furniture and now we're let's invest in this. I don't see us putting this up on Marketplace.
No.
Right?
No.
I would want to just keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, we put up our Christmas decorations too, and I have to say, I'm feeling kind of merry now. We barely put them up last night, and we were watching the Sabrina Carpenter, her new No Nonsense Christmas that came out, and it was really cute.
It was actually cute.
Right?
I actually have to admit, even Chaperone wasn't in. I was like, you're not that irritable. You're not that irritable. Is that a word?
Yeah.
That is a word. Yes. I was like, okay, I can actually handle seeing her. It's just when she I feel after she got off that stage on Sabrina Carpenter's thing, she went right back to being herself though. So I don't know.
Why do I feel like that's just me though with a lot of people in life? I'm you know what? Right now I kind of fuck with you.
But I know that when you go home, and if I were there, I would not fuck with you. That's
how I felt with the coworker that I hate. I worked with her on Friday, and she wasn't pissing me off. And then she said one thing, and I was like, and you're back to you. You're back to yourself. Because you kind of gaslight yourself, and you're like,
maybe she's not that bad.
Maybe I'm a bitch, and I was just being mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
But how do you feel now about, let's say, Vegas? Because no one knows, none of the Tease audience knows how you feel about Vegas. They've only heard me talking. What are your thoughts?
I like it. Honestly, Vegas is so different from any place that I've ever lived in. I'm from Connecticut. Our education is some of the best education. Usually, I would say like 80% of adults that you meet in Connecticut, like you're gonna have some type of smart conversation with them. Like it is gonna be a productive conversation. It is gonna go somewhere.
Kai's bougie. I want to put that in one sentence. Kai is bougie.
I'm not bougie like that, but I'm just used to education.
I feel like when you just like think of a suburban TV show, that's how you grew up.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Even like I moved so much during my childhood, but in everywhere that I lived, it was always suburban. So yeah, it's very different here. Like I can really tell like the education slacks. It's terrible. And then also people are so rude here. Like you will never hear someone say excuse me. You know, like you yourself, like you genuinely like if you say excuse me, people will actually look at you and be like, what the fuck is her problem? Which is kind of like the opposite, you know. It's just so opposite.
No, it's so true.
Yeah, I would say people are very different here. Overall, though, I love the weather. I love the fact that it's a party all the time. I do like how cheap it is compared to Washington as well.
It's funny that you say the education thing because I have a coworker and she's graduating from college with her bachelor's. I know there's a huge teacher shortage, guys. Like my mom was a teacher, and I remember when she was trying to get her first job, like that shit was hard. Like she had to work at a juvenile detention center because it was so hard to get it at an actual school. But she was like, yeah, no, I'm graduating next week and I have a job at an elementary school teaching second grade in January. And then she says, I wanted to teach kindergarten, but they said I could only do second grade. What do second graders even learn? And I was like, oh my God.
No,
I mean, she's insane. Really sweet, and I think that she's really smart, but it just shows that, like, I feel like someone with a degree in communications, should not have a harder time getting my foot in the door than someone, like, I feel like it should be easier, you know what I mean? Because there used to be a time to where I would have an easier time getting a job and they would have a harder time. And I will say that, like, I love my degree and I think that we're important, but I don't think we're important as far as, like, the upbringing of society.
No, exactly. I feel like, I know it's, like, it does suck how much a teacher should go to school to be a teacher. You are teaching a whole generation of people. Yeah. You're teaching, like, the future, basically, of, like, our country, you know? So it's kind of like
I do have more weight on their shoulders.
It should be the same amount of schooling as, like, doctors, which, honestly, even now, like, doctors are also, like, their prerequisites
but it all goes back to pay.
That's true.
And you just need to pay people more because, like, okay, I can't say that they should have to go to school a bunch because they don't get paid enough. And it's just fucked up. But
that's true.
It is one of those things where it's like if women were like the backbone of like a job when it first started, like women were with teachers, those type of jobs, they just don't make as much. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. Yeah. But now, I mean, I feel like I'm more stressed out for a fucking bottle service audition than like someone working at a school. But yeah, I will say that, like, the Vegas people, I think that, okay, yes, they're rude, but I will say when you talk to them, they're nice. But, like, just as far as, like, little manners, it's a little rude.
Non-existent.
Whereas Texas, everyone has manners, but when you talk to them, they're fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the reverse. And I don't know which one I like. I think I like Vegas more for that.
Really?
I think so because I honestly, when I first started shopping at Home Goods here, I was saying, excuse me, people were giving me dirty looks. I mean, I was getting run over. And like, I remember this one lady pretty much hit me with her car almost. Yeah, and it was really frustrating. I mean, even yesterday, I was trying to park my car here. So I'm coming in the gate to our complex. The car is tailing me from behind, like just tailing me. I like pull up to reverse into my spot. Yes, I can back into a spot. That does make me like 10 times hotter than the average girl. I'm kidding. But you know how normally when you are about to reverse to a spot, the people wait and then you go in? 3 cars drove behind me. Like, I was like, hey, I can't see the spot. Is my camera fucked up? No, it was blaring lights because everyone was just driving behind me, not letting me reverse into the spot. And it is rude. I would say that, like, it is, like, kind of rude, but I just started being rude now, too. Like, when I go to the grocery store, I put in my AirPods. I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to grab my shit first. I'm not saying, excuse me, like, I could feel all of my manners going out the window. Like, within 2 years, I'm going to have to, like, probably go to therapy and like have a come to Jesus movement, and it's gonna be like you turned into a rude person. But I do like it more because on the bright side, one, I mean, I don't have to like stress out when I go to the store. I don't have to put on my best face, but I can be like nice to like my interpersonal interactions. Whereas like in Texas, I would feel myself getting tired out because I'm like, I gotta be nice to strangers, and then when I finally have a one-on-one conversation, you're rude. Mm-hmm. But now, I mean, I feel like I'm really nice at work and a good server because I didn't waste any of my energy on strangers.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I can understand that. I just haven't seen both sides yet. Like, I've always only seen one type of side. Mm-hmm. And so for me, like, this was like a culture. This is actually like a cultural shock to me. I was like, what the fuck? Are you not going to say excuse me?
Yeah.
But like now I've turned into them as well. I literally don't say anything. I just, if I need to go, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
It's fun for yourself out here now.
I will say that, like, as a server, though, I like the customers more here. Because in Texas, because they're so, like, manners and stuff, they expect customer service people to, like...
to be extra.
Lick their asshole, you know what I mean? But, like, here, I feel like I make... I don't know how much money everyone else makes, obviously. Just at my particular job is what I'm talking about. I noticed a little bit of a difference in my tips versus my coworkers, and I think it's simply because my customers think that I'm like the best server ever, and all I do is go, do you need anything? With a smile. And they're like, she's the most friendly person I've ever met in my whole life. Like, the bar is on the floor, and I love it because I can win.
Yeah.
With a communications degree and a bunch of people with bad communication skills, like, I feel like I can soar here.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I can understand that.
I was literally at self-checkout. Okay, I was at self-checkout at the store, and you know how, like, you have your bags, right? Well, I'm so used to bringing reusable bags, and I don't know, I honestly feel better than everyone when I use a reusable bag.
Me too.
Right?
Yeah. I actually hate that people, like, don't use reusable bags here.
No, I'm like, you're killing the earth with your plastic. I noticed that people around our age, I see them a lot with reusable bags in their little tote bags. But I definitely, like, look down on people who, like, have, like, 20 plastic bags.
Me too.
I'm like,
you're a disgrace.
Yeah, like, did you know that in... what is it, Thailand? There's a bunch of laptops in the landfills, and you're contributing. But I'm putting up my reusable bags in the little thing where all the bags are, because I'm about to do self-checkout, because, ew, why would I go through regular checkout? Who goes to regular checkout anymore?
It's like the old people.
That is true. I don't want to talk to someone while I'm checking out. And a guy comes up and swipes on the cashier that I'm at while I'm putting my bags up. And I go, hey, like, I'm using this one. And he looks me in the eye and swipes again. Luckily, it didn't take it because I, like, had stuff on the bag. So it, like, was like, you need to press something before you can start. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were using it. And I was like, I just told you, and you looked me in the eye and did it again.
I hate to say it.
What?
Tourists are so annoying, too.
Tourists are... I never understood, because, like, I feel like as Americans, and, like, me being from Texas and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't live in a touristy city. Like, yeah, people go to San Antonio, but, like, I would not count that. But, like, I'm normally the tourist. And so people were like, we hate tourists. Like, people in New York, on the East Coast, when we go to Mexico and people are like, we hate tourists. I was like, well, that's fucking rude. Like,
yeah, no,
I'm the
me
tourist. Too. Now, being in a place with a lot of tourists, I get it.
I get it.
Yeah. I get why people hate tourists.
Yeah.
They're rude.
They are rude. For me, it's just kind of like, are you just stupid? Like, absolutely just ridiculously stupid? Or are you just an asshole? And, like, you think that you own the world? I don't fucking know.
I think it's just that, like, people, like, when they go on vacation, like, vacations turn the average person into a menace. And so, like, you could be, like, from Pittsburgh, and then you're on vacation in Vegas, and you're like, yeah, I'll do this. And then they're, like, screaming at the poor people at the front desk. They're screaming at the housekeepers. Like,
it's true.
I couldn't do it. I
could never be a tourist like that. I'm a very, like, let me go. I'm going to tip every single person who even helps. You could, like, pick up a coin for me if I dropped it. I'll be like, here. Like, here's $5.
No, yeah. I think it's that people, like, they just, like, they go into vacation mode and they forget, like, they're, like, it revolves around them.
Yeah.
The whole world revolves around, like, them, their vacation, and that's it. And they're, like, Yeah, I feel like that's what it is.
I agree. They're probably like, I bought a ticket to come here. Nobody else bought a ticket to come here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though everyone probably did buy a ticket to come there. But yeah, they're just like, I bought a ticket. I own you.
Despite all of this, though, I see myself living here for a while.
Oh, me too. Yeah. You just have to, like, you really do just have to turn into a Vegas person. Like, that's really the only way to. And I do agree, like, I feel like once you turn into a Vegas person, you're like, this is a great lifestyle.
No, and I don't take it personally now, because at first I was like, this lady pushed me with her cart, this lady just elbowed me to get the stuff, but now I realize she would do that to anyone.
Yeah.
She wouldn't just do it to me. No, it's not personal. No. She'd hate you too.
Yeah.
Anyone really can catch the smoke.
Like, nothing here is personal. Like, you are just, everyone's a victim.
Everyone's a victim, and everyone is the perpetrator too. Because, I mean, now, I'm sure there's people like, dang, that girl cut me off at the grocery store, and it was me.
Yeah. Or like, man, that person just went in front of me while I'm driving without no, like, lights or anything on. Yeah, that was me.
Oh my God, the driving, people don't use their blinker, people cut you off. Literally, I, like, merged onto the highway, and the guy started screaming and flipping me off, and I'm like, it's either I go in front of you or I hit the wall. And I think he would have preferred that I hit the wall. I realized how bad of a driver I am. Because yesterday I was driving to work, and I was like lately, like the past couple of days, I thought that my alignment was off. Like, I was like, every time I drive, like, I feel my car going like this. So I remember my stepdad telling me, if you feel like your alignment's off, like, you take your hands off the wheel and you see if it goes straight. Well, I decided to do this test on the highway. Now that I think about it, why would I test that on the highway? Like, going 70, I was like, hands off. Let me see if my alignment's good. My car was going completely straight. My alignment is perfectly fine. Which means that it's me.
No, I've been telling. The thing is, I've actually told you this before. I was like, no, it's the way you turn. It's not your alignment, because whenever I drive your car, it's completely fine. No, yeah, you are a terrible driver, and I'm glad that you finally realized it and gave yourself the test.
Yeah, but I think that I fit in here. Because I will say that, like, I'm not. The only thing that culture shocked me was, like, the little manners thingies. You know what I mean? But other than that, like, it honestly reminds me of Texas a lot.
The driving is honestly, it's bad, but like, I don't mind it.
Where I grew up, it was bad driving. Yeah, it just reminds me of Texas, kinda.
You're really just on defense mode when you drive, that's it. Like, it's just straight defense mode.
2 hands on the wheel, 10 and 2.
You're always looking on your mirror, seeing who's coming.
2 and 2. Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like, hot take though, my manager told me, she was like, I feel like the reason why people are, like, kind of, like, particular or kind of, like, rude-ish here is that so many people work in customer service, like Vegas is customer service bound, that they're just broken down.
That's true.
By other humans.
That's so sad.
No, but think about it.
That's true.
It probably is, because, like, I remember in Texas, like, I started being, like, I remember there was a switch that happened in my brain where I was like, I hate humans. Like, I can't do this anymore. But she was like, so many people are customer service people that they're just, like, upset. Or when they're outside of work, they don't want to talk to anyone.
That's true.
You know? And whenever they see other customer service people, then they judge your customer service because they have to do it too. Mm-hmm. And so it's just, like, it's not their fault. Yeah. They're just victims.
I understand. It's just the world.
I know, but I like it so far. I could see us, like, living here for, like, a quick minute.
I also like it.
Yeah. Honestly, I was like, I don't even know if I want to move out of this apartment anytime soon, because...
Me neither.
I don't want to set up another one.
Me neither.
Like, even if we had enough to move, I'm like...
It's just so much work.
Yeah. And then also, like, we do have a good complex. Like, I was looking, because one of our neighbors, like, constantly gets that pay your rent or you get evicted notice. And so I was reading their rent charges, and we pay a lot less than them.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of insane.
No, honestly, I feel like they would come with torches if they found out how much less we pay.
Yeah.
Because I would.
Oh, me too.
It's like finding out that, like, someone else at your job gets paid more than you. And you're like, well, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's probably why they don't pay their rent. I mean, obviously they don't know how much we pay, but...
I mean, with the price that he's paying, I see why he takes a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, son. You paid, like, Washington prices. Speaking of customer service in Vegas, I heard that you've been applying to things, too.
I have. Well, one of them actually makes us take a personality test, and I know that you also took one too. But it was just interesting to see like what our results were because so I applied for security, right, and lifeguarding, which is like those are jobs where like you just stay to yourself. But like you can still enjoy like the party life part of it, you know, like I can still be there and bump into the music while I'm like telling someone not to like fall on the floor, you know?
Yeah.
Or like not to drown.
Hey, you over
hey, don't
there.
drown.
I see some drowning about to commence. The person in the pool is me.
I can see that happening.
Oh, but yeah, we took a personality test because we applied to the same place. And our results were so different.
They were.
I feel like they were my opposites attract.
Yes, definitely. But it was just funny seeing like what jobs we applied to, like how much they really do align with our personalities.
No, okay, I think that I have like, this sounds so terrible. I grew up as an only child for a really long time until I was like 13. And so like a part of me like has a very like, not like individual mindset, but like, what's that thing called? Object permanence. Like, if I don't see it, it's not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I was answering the questions, I'm like, how could anyone possibly get different results than me? Like, I was like, oh, everyone's going to get these results. Like, I don't know why, but I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
How could anyone, like, who would choose this other option?
That's a crazy thought.
You don't think like that? Because
No,
you
I
were
don't.
only child for a long time.
I don't think like that at all. I actually think very opposite. Like whenever I answer questions, I'm actually like, man, like I'm definitely the only one that just put that. Like there's no way anyone else.
That's exactly what I just said. I said, how could anyone else choose that? Oh, like
No.
yours is more like I'm choosing outside the norm.
Yeah,
I'm thinking I'm the norm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like for me, like I choose something and I'm like, oh my god, like I definitely am the only one that just chose that.
Yeah.
Like they're never gonna pick me.
What did you rank for center of attention? Because I feel like that has to do with.
Mine was really low. Mine I think was like 50 something.
I got 100%.
Yeah, I know, and I believe it. I believe it.
What was another one that we did really different on?
I think
Kai got like 50% for friendly.
Yeah. And then for what's it called? Oh no, we got the same thing for
compassionate.
Compassionate.
I got like 80 or like 70.
70. We got like 73 or something.
Yeah. What was another one that I did like really high in?
My 33%. Should I grab my phone now?
Yeah, grab your phone real quick so we can see it. Guys, y'all should do these. This is the only thing that I like about this one application is that they gave us this and like I love a personality quiz.
And it's actually a good personality one. Like it's not one of those average ones.
Like BuzzFeed?
Yeah, like it's not like
which Sex and the City character are you?
But like this is like an actual in-depth one.
Yeah. Okay, I got confident 100%. Oh, I got attention seeking 100%. That's not something I should brag about. I don't think I'm an attention seeker, honestly. I'm not pick me a type of attention seeker though.
No, you're not.
But like I guess like dyeing your hair red as like a black person, that sounds attention seeking.
Yeah. And then like wearing tight clothes and small crop tops.
But why wouldn't I wear small clothes and tight crop tops?
Well, you have a good body, so you want people to see it.
I want myself to see it. I want the girls to see it.
Attention seeking.
I want the girls to like
No,
me.
yeah, you're not a man's girl. What is it called?
A boy's girl?
Is it boy's girl? You're not a pick me for guys. Like you could give two fucks what guys think about you.
I do want women to
like
me.
But you do like women, yeah. Which makes sense. Because
Well,
you're gay.
Oh my god, that would make sense.
So my like top 4 were visionary, 100%. Open-minded 100%, committed 100%, which I think that's actually what you got different, right?
I got committed. Mine is 89.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accommodating 90%, and I think that one was low for you.
Accommodation. I don't even see it on here. Yeah, 80.
Yeah.
But okay, committed and accommodating are like best friends, and I'm definitely like always one foot out the door with like a lot of things.
That's true. But see, I'm committed.
No.
And I'm accommodating.
You signed a contract.
Yeah, exactly. Like I signed a contract and I went through with it completely.
Like even for school, like yeah, I did 4 years, but if they would have made me be like, you have to do school for 4 years, like sign a contract, I would have been like, I can't do it. No, it boggles my mind. Like remember that job that we found? You were like, you would love this, and I was like, there's a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
I can't commit to that.
You know what? I need a contract to be able to commit to something.
You need to be legally binded.
Like, I need to be legally binded. If I'm legally binded, I'll be like, oh yeah, like absolutely, like I'll do it. Because I feel like it gives me like it gives me a purpose. 2, it gives me like a sense of accomplishment. And 3, I'm legally binded. I can't not do it.
You know, that makes so much sense because I feel like you have never been hesitant to, like, when we sign our name on, like, something that commits us.
I'm like,
let me read every fucking bullet point, and you're like, okay.
yeah, and I immediately signed. No, literally, like, for my schools that I, like, for cosmetology school, it's a contract because it's not regular college. It's an actual, like, vocational school. So it's an actual contract, and you, like, have a set amount of time to, like, finish it. And so I literally signed it right there, and I was like, done.
No, anything I've ever done for a long time is purely out of coincidence and luck. I have never done anything for a long time because I was like, yeah. I mean, we moved into this apartment and I was already like, so what next apartment should we go to?
No, that's literally, you were like, well, maybe like next year we have like even more money. We would just move. I was like, damn.
Like, or we can save it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Isn't your thrill seeking pretty high up?
100%.
That's probably why too. Like you need like change.
No, yeah.
Here and there.
I was working at Hooters and when I saw another restaurant across the street that was better, everyone was like, well, no one's going to leave. We're already used to this. And I was like, actually,
I'm out.
Peace. Bye. And then I found another location was making more money and I was like, all right, I gotta go, guys.
No, that probably is what it is. Like you're thrill seeking, like you do need like
I think it's also because my thing says mentor for personality and I feel like someone with like a mentor personality that it classifies it as, like I feel like you see yourself as like being in charge. And I feel like people who quote unquote are in charge tend to hop around a lot.
True. That way you can get experience. That way you can actually be wise.
Yeah.
Mine was easygoing. I got 40%. But anyways, this is why I was like, we talked about it and I was like, man, like, I don't know if they're even going to pick me for the roles that I applied for. But then we were talking about it and we were like, no, actually, they probably would pick you because you have the qualities of like someone who literally doesn't care. No,
yeah, like I feel like I would choose you for security or like a lifeguard over me.
Yeah.
Because if I were a lifeguard, there is a 100% chance that if someone's like, hey, $100 want to come party over here, I would get up and leave.
But me, like, I would be like, fuck no, like, you can stick that up your ass.
But me as, like, a server would be perfect. Is there something about my personality type that you would want, or, like, vice versa?
I think I would want your easygoing and friendly, the positive one. Basically all the ones that, like, mean that you're, like, a happy person, I wish I had. But, like, things I didn't think I was that, like, I'm really not that much of, like...
You're just very stoic.
That's true. I could be, like, very grinchy, but, like, not on purpose.
Well, stoic's not grinchy. Stoic is just, like, you being masked based on your personality is so unsurprising.
That's true. Like it makes sense.
It reminds me of, like, how men can be, like, very just stoic. Like, you know, like, when you make, like my stepdad, when you make him laugh and he goes,
That's true.
That was funny. Or when guys are like, I'm having a great time, but you're like,
Are you? No, because you always ask me that. Like, I remember, like, when we were at Metro Boomin, I was there having the time of my life, and Aleya was like, if you want to go, like, we can go. And I was like, okay. And honestly, my, like, only thought was, like, oh, I guess maybe she's ready to go, but doesn't want to tell me. Then whatever, we leave. And she was like, no, I thought that you weren't having a good time. I was like, I was having a great time.
Wait, no, that's so couple coded, though. Because I was like, do you want to go? Because Kai was just like, and if you can't see me, I'm nodding my head with a straight face. So I was like, if you want to go, we could go. But then Kai's thinking, oh, well, Aleya must want to go, so we could go. And you're like, well, if we want to go, we could go. And then I'm like, well, do you want to go? We could go. And Kai's like, well, like, we can go soon. And I'm like honestly, we probably left earlier than we needed to because we were like, you're tired.
That literal argument went for, like, at least 15 minutes. Like, every, like, 2 minutes, we would just be like, if you want to go, like, we can go.
And then we'd be like, this is a good song, hold on.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to, and I'm dancing, I'm like, if you want to go, we can go. Shimmy, shimmy, if you want to go,
but at that point, like, at 10 minutes of that, like, I got tired.
No, and then I was like, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about going,
I want to go.
Really... Like, it was like, now that we're bringing it up this much, I'm ready to leave.
That's exactly the same thing. I was like, I want to go. Like, now I didn't want to go before, but, like, now I do want to go.
Yeah. No, it's literally like, I remember the first time we ever came to Vegas, I wore like these huge chunky platform heels and we were gonna club hop, and Kai was like, "We can't club hop. Your feet hurt." And I was like, "My feet don't hurt." I'm like 5'6" because these heels are so tall. Kai's still 5'4". So Kai looks like a little shrimp to me, and he's like, "Your feet hurt. Your feet hurt. Your feet hurt." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, my feet don't hurt." And I was like, "Are you gaslighting me that my feet hurt?" You're like, "No, we have to go. Your feet hurt."
To be fair though, she was walking like her feet were hurting. So it was like, your feet hurt. And then she was giving me like, she kind of, I don't know, maybe I had done something earlier to piss you off or something. I can't really remember.
No, it was literally only because we went to Omnia that night and it was so packed that we couldn't really dance. So my straight face wasn't based on me or you. It was more just like, well, this was annoying that the club like actually wasn't popping.
Yeah.
And I was walking weird. That way my feet wouldn't hurt and I could last longer. Because if you're wearing heels and no one's around, you could kind of like crouch down and like bend your knees.
Yeah.
That way when you are around people, you can walk better.
Well, see, that made me think that your feet were hurting and you were hiding it from me because you didn't want to like go. Or like because you didn't want to say that you couldn't club hop or something. So that's why I was like, your feet hurt. Like we can just go.
No, my feet were so fine.
Oh, well.
My feet were fine. Especially because I can walk in platforms. I can't walk in like, I don't know how the girls wear like those tiny skinny heels and it's just a flat slope on your foot. Hell no. But a platform, I could do a platform really easily.
Well, I learned my lesson after that night. I never asked you again if your feet hurt. If I ask you if your feet hurt, I just go, okay. Well,
yeah. Well, now I know like not to like be like, we could go. Next time I'll just be like, are you having fun? Because I can't tell. And then I'll leave it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I just can't tell.
Yeah. I mean, it really is just that's just genuinely my personality. Like, so many people think I hate them, and I'm like, no, like, have a conversation with me, and you'll see I'm really nice.
As much as you wish you had, like, those positive traits about, like, that I have, I wish I had, like, some of your more stoic traits. Like, I will say that, like, I wish I could sign a contract for like a year and that would like bind me to something. Like I wish okay, as much as I'm real seeking and that kind of stuff, I wish I did not have those qualities. Like it's kind of like we were talking to our friends that like are super like chill, they snowboard, they're like they want like the simple things in life. And they're like, if you could have just a basic amount of money and a basic life, would you want that? And I was like, I really wish I could say that I wanted that. Like I wish, but I just don't. And I wish that I could like commit and like be stoic and everything, but I just can't.
Yeah. And that's the same thing with me. Like, I wish I could be like super friendly and outgoing all the time and like just be like hip hip hooray 24/7. But I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't picture myself doing that.
No, like
either.
yesterday my manager was like, Aleya, you know, you're so sweet and kind to people, almost too kind. And I was like, shut the fuck up, I know. And then it's weird because I also talk like this, so I sometimes I don't get myself because I'm like I actually can be really rude, but then sometimes it never comes off.
No,
like it doesn't come off till I'm at like a breaking point. Yeah. Okay, guys, now we're gonna do a little swervy swerve. We're gonna do a little holiday survival guide game that I think will be super fun for us. And because these are all things that we all experience during Christmas that we sometimes just do not know how to navigate, no matter how many years we've been doing this. So we're going to do a holiday roast. Basically, we're going to say different scenarios and we're going to say our opinions on them is pretty much it. So basically, we're going to bitch. We're going to bitch, but positively, I promise. Okay, first scenario that I want to give. You're in a relationship. Whose family do you see on Christmas?
I think it depends on where the fuck you live.
Yeah.
And where your family lives.
Yeah.
And where each of your family lives. Yeah, if it's your first Christmas together, I think if it's like if you guys really are like trying to spend it together, like you live together already and stuff, maybe spend it with yourselves unless your families are nearby. Like you can always like, you know, go to both. Yeah. But if you're in a situation like me and you, like your family's in Texas, mine's in Connecticut, complete opposite sides of the country. We're in Nevada, so it's kind of like whose do we visit? And I think our first year we went to
the first year that we were together, we spent it separate.
Yes.
We saw each other until the 23rd. And then I spent Christmas with my family, you spent Christmas with your family.
Yeah.
The next year we went to your families.
Yes.
I personally think that's who you spend Christmas with depends on a number of things.
Yeah.
One, I think that some things that can factor into it are, again, the year that you're in. I think that it's okay to spend Christmas either by yourselves or separate the first year. I think that one, it kind of maps itself out for you because you weren't expecting each other. It's the first year, whatever. After that, I think it goes by a couple of things. One, who has more accommodations? If one family has a huge, like, 8-bedroom house and the other family, y'all are going to be sharing the living room pad, kind of a no-brainer. I think it also depends on whose family wants it more.
Yeah.
Who's actually putting in the work.
Relationships. Like, do I really want to go see my family or would I rather go see yours? Or
That
vice
is true.
versa, you know what it is.
Someone always has a nicer family.
Yes.
Someone always has a nicer family. And I think that whoever's family is usually more friendly to both gets dibs. Whoever's closer, I think if one family is willing to pay money to visit you, well, ding, 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 TKO, they win.
Yeah.
I think it also depends on siblings. I think if one person has younger siblings, sometimes they may take precedent, you know what I mean? Because I feel like younger siblings, I mean, literally one of my friends, he told me that he still like has issues with board games because his older brother used to like always beat him and all this stuff. And
That's
I feel
so
like
sad.
No, I feel like younger siblings, like the younger siblings of the world, I can tell when I meet you guys
Yeah.
because y'all are like, why do y'all internalize every fucking thing?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you mean like just won the games? I thought you meant like he used to beat him
No, like
after the game.
No, used to win in games.
Okay.
Not beat.
No,
him.
I thought that's what you meant.
No, his older brother would never.
Oh,
let
then
him
he used
win
to get
games.
over it.
But like I know a lot, like even my friends that were younger siblings, like they still are like, you know, my older brother used to tease me and all this stuff. I feel like younger siblings just like are perpetual victims.
No, they are. 100%.
They're like so mopey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. They're mopey.
They're so mopey.
They like really take everything personal. Like your younger sibling could be dealing with the same situation that you once dealt with in your family, and you're like completely fine. You're like, just get over it.
Yeah.
But they like internalize it to the max, and I'm
know.
like, dude, it's cool. Do
And
you
it's-
see me? I'm a couple of years older than you, and I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, we put our issues in a box.
Yeah.
Like it's annoying too because they have help. They have the help of their older
Yeah.
sibling. Us older siblings, we should be the ones walking around mopey and depressed. We're the ones who went through everything alone. We're like
Yeah.
the first pancake.
We're the pancake. Yeah.
Yes. Like my mom repeatedly calls me and is like, I learned from you, so with your siblings, I'm doing this. But I'm willing to bet $100 that they're gonna grow up to be way more bitchy than I am about life.
100%.
I don't-
No, that's definitely what it is.
I will forever like endorse younger sibling hate. I'll be the president because us older siblings, we have it the hardest, and we're supposed to just take it on the chin and keep it pushing. And to me, I usually like a middle child, older child type of vibe. Like middle childs are really cool. They really like commitment. I wouldn't marry them ever. Older siblings are really dope. I feel like
What am I considered?
You're like a honestly only child. Like yeah, you have a younger sister, but
But I also had Alyssa, my stepsister. But
come
sure, I
from a-
didn't grow up with her.
I feel like you come from a family where step sibling legitimately means step sibling.
That's true. Yeah.
Like I feel like you're like I come from one to where they're like everyone needs to see each other. This is your sister, but yours is like no, you're the like we get it. You're all your step sibling. So I would say that you're an only child and just a divorced, remarried family.
Yeah.
Your turn to say some of the holiday things.
Pumpkin.
What?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkins fall on Thanksgiving now. Do people eat pumpkin on Christmas?
No, I feel like people eat pumpkin pie all
On
the way
Christmas?
through December.
Christmas?
Then what would you say a Christmas food is?
To be fair, I don't know.
Gingerbread.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't know what the white
hate
people are up to
gingerbread.
because I only know I only know a black Christmas meal. I don't know what the white people be eating.
What is a Black Christmas meal?
Collard greens,
Oh.
sweet potatoes. You
should
got
know.
your turkey or chicken. If you do chicken though, it's not one chicken. The way we do it is we got the smoked chicken, the dark meat, and the white meat. 3 pans. You have 3 pans.
You know who you just sounded like?
Who?
Melissa from Abbott Elementary.
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
You got 3 chickens. 1 smoked, 1 regular, 1 I don't know what you said.
1 dark. You have
Yes.
you have the dark meat, the smoked meat, and the white meat.
You're literally talking like her.
Well, because this is serious. You have deviled eggs, black-eyed peas. That's like for New Year's and Christmas.
What's Black Eyed Peas? Isn't that a
I
band?
don't think I have enough time.
Okay.
It's a type of bean.
Okay.
It's a type of bean,
Okay.
and it's supposed to bring you good luck.
Okay.
Mac and cheese. always potato salad. And then for dessert, you're gonna do, I mean, we did carrot cake, but that has nothing to do with being black. That is because my aunt had a plug. I mean, honestly, dessert kind of just varied on who was in charge for us.
Okay, that makes sense.
What do you like? Well, you're Latino. I feel like every Latino country has their own Christmas meal, right?
Yeah, it is. Basically, you get blackout drunk on Christmas, like the 24th. You get blacked out drunk. You don't have a meal. You have your meal Christmas morning, 9 a.m. or whenever the fuck you wake up, and it's this thing called sancocho. I think my mom made you the other type of soup. Sancocho it's like this delicious chicken soup. It has corn, it has potatoes, it has beef tongue, oxtail, it has oxtail, and it has like other stuff in it. The best soup you will ever eat. That's what you have Christmas morning, whenever you wake up, with a side of the cheese breads, and then you might have it with a side of rice.
Pan de buenos.
Yeah.
Cheese bread.
You might have it with a side of rice, and then for our dessert, it's called natilla. It's like a caramel, it's almost like a flan, but it's a little bit more like custardy. But yeah, that's like a Hispanic Christmas.
Well, I mean, my best friend in elementary school was Puerto Rican, and their thing.
Oh, pernil too.
Well, they did the Puerto Rican pig roast.
Yeah, the
for
pernil.
Christmas. Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they would do a pig roast, and there would be like an assortment of sides. Honestly, it was just random people would just bring random sides.
Yeah.
But the pig roast was like the main thing, and then it was like a huge party.
Yeah.
I really admired that.
In Colombia,
it must be fun to like party and drink for Christmas.
It is really fun. I used to go to Colombia every year. When I was a kid, I used to go to Colombia for Christmas, like almost every year. And that's like, it's like a huge thing. And in Spanish countries, like they celebrate the shit out of Christmas.
Really?
But we used to do it was like a street celebration. Pretty much like a lot of people on that street lived, were family. So like you would go out to the street and they would actually kill the pig.
Oh, wow.
And you would watch it cook on the fire in the street.
Yeah.
And you'd just watch it twirl and cook, and then once it was cooked, everyone, they would just cut it and they would pass it around the whole entire street and neighborhood, and then it would just turn into a party.
Wow.
It's really fun, honestly. I have to say,
go.
those are great times and during Christmas and holidays in Spanish countries.
I ate the pig snout.
That's disgusting.
I tried the pig nose. I can if I think about it really hard, I can still feel the texture of the inside.
Oh my god, stop.
I will say that I love a Latino or Hispanic Christmas meal.
They're pretty fun.
I would say that either my type of food or that type, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Pleased. Christmas is very cultural.
Yeah, it
and
really
that's one thing I really like about it. I like seeing how different people celebrate
it. Yeah. That's true. It is very nice.
Yeah, I want to go to Colombia for Christmas one time.
We can definitely go one time.
How do you feel about gingerbread house making and competitions?
Okay, gingerbread house making, fun. I agree. No, actually, you know what pisses me off is when you make me go against a bunch of little kids in the competition. I would like a gingerbread competition where it's just only the adults making them, because then it's not messy, one, and two, I actually have something to compete against.
That is true.
But with a bunch of kids, I'm like, well, why the fuck am I doing this shit? I know they're automatically gonna win.
I come from a household to where my mom was not a participation trophy. It was you're good or bad at something, you lose or win. I fully believe in winning against children.
It shows.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, for me it shows?
Yeah. You're so overly competitive in anything you do.
Well, because my mom used to always win. She didn't, she'd be like, okay, you're 8 and okay. Over my siblings, I was playing Monopoly with them, and I won. My mom was like, why don't you let them win? And I was like, have you forgotten who you are? We're not gonna soften them up. I'm gonna win. As an adult, I have been thinking a little bit about pictures with Santa. Because as a kid, it's super cool and fun. But as a parent, do they do background checks on these Santas? Because I feel like there's half of the Santas who are nice, jolly old men that probably would save a dying deer if they could with their hands. And the other half are pedophiles.
No, 100%. Oh my, especially the ones at the malls.
No,
those are actually the ones I'm scared of. I would never ever take my kid to get a picture at the mall. JCPenney though, usually aren't they known for their Christmas pictures? Their Santas are usually
for their corny ass photos.
Yeah, but usually their Santas are.
Do they do background checks on Santas?
I mean, I hope so. They have little kids sitting on their lap.
Yeah, no, it kind of feels like
And they let them whisper into their ear, like...
No. We have like 100,000 Santas. All of them are men. I'm suspicious.
No.
There's some suspicious ones.
At that point, honestly, that makes me want to just be a Santa. Like when I get older,
mask lesbians
I'm just
for
gonna
Santa.
I'm gonna be like, I'm Santa. I will respect your kid.
No Santa will be over 5'4". Yeah, it's just gonna be a bunch of little masks. Why is Santa so short this year?
Whatever. Did you know that JCPenney actually lets you bring your dog?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like this year apparently there was more dogs than kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, our generation is getting to adulthood. How do you feel about matching PJs?
I like them. I think they're cute for the Christmas spirit, honestly.
Hypocrite. Hypocrite.
Wait.
You
in what sense though?
I wanted matching PJs.
Because, okay, the only reason I support matching PJs is if you're wearing matching PJs to like a Christmas party.
So
that makes sense. But just matching PJs to just have at home, like it just makes no sense to me.
What it's giving is that like you don't want, like that you're not going to invest in something unless other people give you credits for it.
That's a terrible way to put it, but yes. How do you feel about Elves on the Shelf?
I didn't have that growing up.
Really?
Like, the only people who did it were my school.
I had one growing up.
That just seems like a lot of work.
Honestly, I think I tried to believe in it, but I think I just humored the people around me, and I was like, yeah, I believe in it.
It's literally a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
No, I never had that. And, like, even when I would see it, like, going around our school, like, I would try to find it, but it wasn't because I thought that the elf was moving.
You just wanted to find it.
Where did the secretary put it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it was just, like, hide and go seek. Like, I was like, where is it? I honestly think that if you have Elf on the Shelf, your kid will stop believing in Santa a lot faster.
That's true. Probably.
Like, that's just too much.
Yeah.
I think that the key to keeping Santa's secret is, like, keep it simple.
I saw a cute video, though, like, the other day on TikTok, and it was, like, I guess a mom brought the elves on the plane, but had, like, a flight attendant actually bring them in. So, like, the flight attendant, like, walked into the plane and was like, we have 2 special guests today, and she had her daughters with her. Flight attendant was like, we just have to wait for those 2 VIP guests right now. This is going to be like a 5-minute wait. And then the daughters were like, what? Like, who's the VIP person? And then the flight attendant comes in with the 2 elves. And then the kids start screaming, ah! And then everyone on the plane starts clapping. And everyone was like, aw, and like so adorable.
Aww.
I kind of do. Okay, I do like how the Christmas spirit does unite everyone.
It does.
Like, I think it, like, really unites everyone.
Because I was trying to hate on that story, and I was like, I can't.
No, you can't hate on it.
No, I was trying. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I was like, that's so annoying that I was like, it's cute.
No, it's cute.
They got me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Kai, for being a part of it. Happy holidays to everyone. There will not be an episode next Tease Tuesday, as it is Christmas Eve, and... yeah, I just feel like y'all aren't going to want to listen to Tease on a Christmas Eve. Right?
No.
But I will see you the following Tuesday, and I hope you'll have a great week, and be sure to like and subscribe, follow on Spotify and Apple, and be sure to write in your questions, stories, advice, and let me know your Christmas hot takes and how y'all went on the forum in the description. And follow Kai too on Instagram. There will be a link there. And I will see y'all in 2 Tease Tuesdays. I love you guys.